All right, you guys, it's the one and only Christopher Bruce Barrington here again, the prisoner of the Psy War, the Psy War between good and evil that Canada started, and I'm still being kept prisoner in Canada with the Hills Have Eyes mutant league of reality, and they molest me all day long, basically 24 hours a day. Even right this very second, they're molesting me. Yeah, and yeah. So anyway, I've been in this place. I've been logging my exercises for 25 days. I think it's been 26 days, but I'm not counting the first day. That's where I only did like a handful of reps. But on it, well, no, we'll count that. So anyway, I've exercised 26. I've logged 26 days of exercises, approximately 4 hours of exercise per day. Approximately 4 hours of exercise per day, and I am getting a little bit thinner. Well, I'm a little bit getting thinner and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm getting a bit thinner. But for some reason, in this demented freaking place, I have like no muscles or anything. But I still wait. Let's see if we get this thing focused. Like so, 220 pounds. I've only lost like 5 to 10 pounds in the last fucking 26 days of 4 hours of exercise per day, and yeah, this is basically what I eat, like beans, cans of beans, and peanuts, cans of beans and peanuts, and I got fucking protein, water, and vegan chili. That's my fucking diet. It's basically like I eat 3 cups of food per day, and two vegan protein shakes per day, with my multivitamin and my calcium supplements. And for some reason, I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously there's gods in this reality. I mean, there really is. I don't know how the hell I'm exercising. Like, how the hell I can possibly have enough energy for to fucking enough energy for 3 cups of food a day. 3 cups of food a day to give me enough energy to exercise for 4 hours a day. And like I said, like, so in the last 26 days, even though it's just lightweight exercises, that's the thing. It's like if you look at this, yeah, like the weight I just showed you, no, like the weight I just showed you, yeah, like I am getting thinner. I am fairly thin. I don't have any like extreme muscle definition or anything. Just regular skinny guy. 5'11", but I weigh 220 pounds because something's changing my mass. Something's holding my mass at a certain weight and stuff like that. And it's like all I lift is these 10-pound dumbbells, and it's like it never gets fucking easier. It literally never gets fucking easier. It's like something's changing the mass of the dumbbells and stuff like that while I exercise. And like I said, this is the exercise log that I have here, which is three sets of 7 exercises, 3 sets of 22, 7 different exercises, 7 times a day, which adds up to 3,234 reps a day. And so far in my exercise routine, I mean, I started off like 1,848 reps a day for a while, and then switched to spanned out over 4 times a day, and it was a slow, like hour like an hour to hour and 15 minutes per exercise per routine. So it was like, so I've been basically exercising 4 hours a day for 26 days approximately, and the weights never get lighter. I am gaining, my biceps and stuff have grown by like half an inch, but my biceps have grown by like half an inch. Like, they used to be like a flat curve, but now they're like humped up a little bit. So I'm growing muscle and stuff like that, and for the first time in my life, my buttocks muscles are finally starting to grow back, and my calf muscles are starting to grow. It's yeah, so I am I got 3 cups of food per day and 2 protein shakes and 4 hours of exercise a day. I was hurting like for a while there, but I don't feel much pain anymore. Like, I said, no, I'm not going to submit to the evil or the pain, because pain is undesirable, which makes us bad or evil. So I refused to submit to the pain, and then pretty much all the pain fucking went away, and So anyway, I just kept pushing through it, but in this, I don't understand why. No, the only thing I can think of is that the being in this exercise challenge, when you choose to side with good, it's like it literally helps you and gives you like the strength you need, like those dumbbells being symbolic in a way of like the same idea of the hammer of the gods, where it gets heavier and heavier and heavier, and you don't know how the fucking hell you can lift it. But it changes the weight at different times and stuff like that. And yeah. So anyway, just I don't know what else to say. Yeah, so I've been exercising 4 hours a day, and in the last 26 days, I've done approximately 60,000 or 61,000 repetitions or something like that. Approximately 61. Actually, it would be about 61,000 if you count the screwed up routines that I did, where I lost my count and screwed up count and stuff like that and never logged it. So basically, in the last 26 days, I've done approximately 61,000 repetitions of shoulder presses, reverse curls, squats, front raises, and sit-ups, push-ups, and upright rows. Yeah, and I am building different muscles in my body, are growing rather rapidly. But like the thing is, like as I saying, it's fucking, I'm not a huge person or anything. I'm only 5'11". I'm only 5'11". My arms and everything are still fairly skinny. I still got a little bit of a belly and some love handles from the Canadian waist. Like I said, just a skinny fucking person. No extreme muscle mass or nothing. Yet somehow it's like the Hulk thing. Like I said before in other videos, it's like the Hulk or the Man of Steel or Iron Man, or maybe like Wolverine or something, like having some skeletal structure that's made out of fucking iron or something. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, I don't know how the hell I could survive on this shit. But another thing, the being taught me something recently. Actually, I'll write it down. Let me get a notebook here. Actually, I'll get a little pad of paper, and I'll try to show you on a pad of paper. And apparently, if you try your hardest to make things the least offensive as possible, like make your life the least offensive as possible. No? What do I say here? All right. In this game, in this story, you draw the alphabet in a circle, like we said many times, and you get these circles over here. Draw the triangle, and it's like RS, CB, and IH. Now, the IH is the 7 o'clock position, which is 1900 hours, which is S. So you get IHS on this side. IHS on the left, the T fell side, backwards, Jesus fell, or IHS. Jesus is the left side, all right? And the triangle is supposed to be like an SOS symbol, like save me. And save on a phone, SAV, is 7/28, July 28th. And the name is ChrisB, like I said before, ChrisB. So like save ChrisB. And then the being just taught me recently, in this story, that if you want to, in this story, if you want to save this person, apparently, in some way, you have to get them away from the fallen in the evil side, the left. All right, which means that you want the fucking. Let's see if we can write this. You get the circle down here, and then a circle up here, and then the circle over here, and the line right there. So you want to separate this. You want to separate the evil from this being, and separate the evil from this being. All right, and what that leaves you is like an asshole. An erection, or upright, an upright erection, like a penis. So you get the penis and the asshole, in this story. And that's why it's like IHS backwards is like shit, like almost like saying shit, Yeah, see, he's just telling you. So yeah, that's true. So yeah, this is like the erection, and this is like the asshole, the Canadian pieces. So all you want to do is separate yourself from these fuckers in every possible fucking way. Even though I'm physically trapped here, they stole my passport, and made it impossible to get another one and stuff like that. But that's what I'm saying. If you want to keep things on angles like that, in every way possible, like in every way possible, everything in your apartment, set it up on those angles like that, angles like that, and on the left-hand side, anything to do with Canada, you want to put on the left-hand side in a vertical position so it's not connected to the right, to the whatever. It's sort of like, it's like trying to reach up but not connecting to it actually. And yeah, so like I was saying, you want to put everything in the left-hand positions. As silly as it sounds, like literally, like this stuff really does please the being. Even like your coat your clothes and your coat hangers all on an angle, and all your stuff on an angle, and anything on the left-hand side you put in like an L shape, like a lowercase L formation off to the side, which is like being like you're the asshole god or the piece of shit god in this reality. Like, and when you do this stuff, like seriously, when you do this stuff, the being literally does make your life better by an insane amount. Like, see, like I just realized, looking at that knife block, it's symbolic. As silly as sad as it sounds, it's like saying like that knife block is sort of like, in a way, it's sort of like Canada. It's like Canada, fucking. It's like Canada being symbolically whatever. So it's yeah, and I don't know if we should put that on the left or not, or whatever. Yeah. But in this position, when you look at it on this from this angle, on the right side or the good side, it's like a boom, boom, boom. And yeah. So we'll change that there. Leave that there for now. Whatever. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's the thing that goes on in this place is like literally like if you make there's minor changes to your life in this place and basically listen to the instructions that the being gives you, not the stupid shit like the Jesus crap that's like, oh, love everyone, respect evil, let's try to have peace on earth so that everyone's a worthless piece of shit. Like according to Jesus, and the stupid fuck religious people of this world, that in the end, all the animals, all good, all predators and benevolent beings, all good and evil will make peace, which means that all evil become worthless filth. All good become worthless filth with evil. So you never want peace between good and evil, like fucking ever. And anyone who suggests you should make peace with evil people or turn the other cheek when a scumbag wrongs you, like if you're a genuine good-spirited person and somebody wrongs you in some way, don't fucking accept it. Start finding some way to get revenge against them. Because if you don't, it means you're accepting evil, which means you're rejecting good. But like I said, like all day with this being, with the deities of this place, all day, we just constantly do things to psychologically attack back against the Canadians. Like I said, like this exercise routine, even though it may seem silly, this simple exercise routine, it may seem silly to some people, to evil people, but there is some extremely cool mathematics and cryptic design in the design of it. And as I do these exercises, the evil filth fucking relentlessly fucking try to piss me off and ruin and destroy everything. Like absolute scum, just constant mind control attack, like every minute. As soon as I start exercising for 45 minutes, it's just boom, constant attack. But anyway, I just thought I'd see if the being's still here with me, if what I've said so far is true. And that's what I was gonna say. Like what, even as silly as it sounds, like even when you do your dishes, as silly as it sounds, do them in like when you organize your dirt, when you put dirty dishes in the sink, put them in a certain way. Like this, I just had a protein shake and stirred it with a spoon. So here we got it's sort of like a line there in an exclamation mark, which means the exclamation, which is a play on exclam nation. X is a crooked cross, which means evil. Clam is a pussy, and then nation. So this is like Canada. So in here you got the spoon, which is the S-poon. S is like a 5, which is an E, which is like the puddle of shit asshole Jesus. The puddle of asshole pussy Jesus, and the exclamation. When you do stuff like that, seriously, when you do stuff like that, it really does please the fucking being. Like my food in the last few days, since doing this stuff where you even organizing your dishes in a certain way in the sink, like putting your dirty dishes in the sink and stuff like that, and then maybe even washing them in a certain order. And like I said, like these fucking, like when normally when like you go to do your dishes or whatever, and this is a dirty ass dish rack, but I ain't got a new one. Normally you put them on that side, like it's on an angle, which is like basically saying like put the utensils on the left, and then all the bowls and plates, the platees, the fake Christs and stuff like that on the right, which is saying that the right is good, and then the utensils and stuff like that, which are symbolic of penises and slits or vaginas, or man and woman, are left on the right. So it's like Jesus in the filth, and they're supposed to be the good guys on the right, or the good side, and all the men and women and stuff like that, are the utensils and the tools being used by the filth, are put on the left side or the fallen side. Like literally, when you just by turning it around like that and doing it that way, it literally does make the being unimaginably fucking happy. No, it's like saying fuck you to all evil on this planet. It's like I said, like Jesus and the scuzzbag demons or whatever. You know, putting mankind, putting the men and women of Earth on the left side or the fallen side, and then putting the pieces of the bowls, which is a play on bowels, which has to do with your shit and your waste and your stomach and your asshole and stuff like that, and your digestive system or whatever. It's and the plates, like play tea, plate tea, play cross, play say Christ, or the fake Christ, the Antichrist. Like literally, when you do that, like literally, it really does make the being unimaginably happier. And when you do that, like my protein shakes in the last couple days since it started to do the dishes in a certain way, all my food and drinks taste 100 times fucking better. You know, like I made a batch of vegan chili the other day. I only put it on the heat for like a grand total of like 5 minutes, and it started boiling. Like the whole pot of chili was like boiling, and then even though it wasn't completely heated through, I took it off the heat, and then suddenly it was hotter again, and it tasted like the perfect blend of spices. All the beans were soft and tender. It was like, I was like, what the fuck, But anyway, so yeah, it was kind of cool stuff. But anyway, I just thought I'd ask the being if what I just said is true, then pretty please create a face with a heart or a 314 in the laundry. If everything I just said is true, then pretty please create a face with a heart in the laundry. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. All right, let's see. It's kind of messy. Doesn't look too good. I haven't created any laundry signs for a while. Now that shirt is way too wrinkly. I don't think we're going to get anything out of this. Alright, let's see. A face with a heart. There you go. We sort of got a little face right there with sort of like a heart-shaped eye. So we got a little face with a heart. And what do we have here? We sort of have like a 1-4 right there. Sort of like a 1-4. I'm not really seeing a 3. Not really seeing a 3 anywhere. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, well, yeah, we said a face with a heart or a 3-1-4, and we have the little face right there with the heart right there, which is sort of like an I don't know. It's sort of like an I love or something, But yeah. So you just do little things like that to basically spit in the face of Jesus and the devil and stop Jesus, the devil, and the Canadians and all filth on this world, all team evil. You just do things like that. Even like I said, like organizing your towels and stuff. Like 3 there and 2 there is CB, which is ChrisB, which is supposed to be the good or the God character in this reality. And then on the left here, you put those on an angle, which is like you put them on the angle for the Orobos thing, of the RS with a circle, and then the big circle, and the CB with a circle, which is like C Orobos, and then it's like 2 there and 1 there in an L formation. So it's like you God, Orobos ChrisB, and it's like yeah, like Orobos Orobos is supposed to be, according to evil, the filth of this world. Orobos is supposed to be a demon, all right? But you play on the word demon in this cryptic story, and it's like demon, which could be a play on demon, or the man, or the man. And it could also be a play on stretch out the word mon, or mispronounce mon, and it could be like moon, so it could be like moon, which is symbolic of an asshole, which is the pile of shit Jesus and stuff like that, like we showed earlier. So it's like asshole, or rid yourself of the asshole Jesus and all evil, and you become whatever. You become you apparently become like a horse god or whatever, or you become friends with beings that can do unimaginably awesome things with you, and life can be fun and interesting. You know, like I've had bad things happen in the past, but once I started learning, things have been slowly getting better and better and better for me. Like I said, now my food tastes unimaginably fucking better. Like the protein shakes, the tofu and rice. And that's the thing, I don't even use oil. That's another thing, when you're cooking food, as silly as it sounds, don't use margarine, butter, or any form of oil, because it all has to do with yellow. And when you look at the world map, the anointing thing, which oil is used for anointing in the old days, and to anoint someone in this story, on this world design, is like to make them the king of earth. Yeah, and then like this world, it's like the human race is, the majority of the human race is so evil, so immoral and evil, that to be king of this species would make you one of the most revolting piece of shit beings to ever exist. So it's literally like pouring oil or shit over your head and stuff like that, and symbolically putting shit in your food. Yeah, and it's like, that's what they're saying, like butter, margarine, and oil are all yellow, which is YLW. You crushed yellow and it's YLW, which is the airport code for Kelowna. You know, the airport code for Kelowna, which cryptically relates to clown, or the clown, which is the fake good guys, the ones who are dressed up to make themselves look good and whatever, like the Antichrist type stuff, the Antichrist stuff. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, you don't want to put margarine, butter, or oil in your food. Yeah, it's extremely offensive. And like I said, I stopped putting margarine and stuff like that in my food. All I put is a handful of spices, and it makes it a million times better. Yeah, and it sounds like even putting your spices in a certain way, like as silly as it sounds, like this may sound stupid, but it's these are the only spices that I use here. Yeah, and it's like cayenne pepper, which is CP. P is a penis and C is for Chris. So it's like Chris man, come in, and then OP, we ignore the powder thing, and you get OGC, which is, I can't remember what the hell it was. Yeah, GC is like Gacy, or the clown, Pogo, the Ogopogo, like the Ogopogo, and the Gacy thing. And O can also be transformed into a 0. So it's like Chris man, come in. The nothingness, fucking Jesus, whatever, or whatever. You know, or it could be an O, could be symbolic of a hole or an asshole. So it'd be like Chris man, fucking come in the asshole, fucking Jesus, you know? Like literally just like little stupid things like that. You know? Like literally silly little stupid things like that really do amuse the good beings of this place. And like I said, like all I use is a handful of spices. Like instead of using margarine, I'm going back to like old times, like way back in the past, where instead of using margarine, butter, or oil in your food for non-sticking and stuff, you just use non-stick pans and you throw in water instead, like a quarter cup of water or something instead of a bunch of margarine, and then just keep stirring, and most of your non-stick pans won't get fucking ruined or anything. And yeah, and you'll find out, like at first your food might not taste as good, but if you stick with it and say like, I want to do the right thing, then suddenly a short while later, it's like, okay, you've proved to the Creator that you want to be as least offensive as possible. You've proved to the good beings of the reality you want to be as least offensive as possible, and you're serious about being a good person. then it's literally it's like, okay, boom, and suddenly your food tastes like fucking 100 times better. Yeah, and it's like I've been eating the same handful of meals over and over for like 9 months. The same, like I said, like bean burritos, vegan chili with tofu, and rice and tofu. The same 3 meals, just alternating. I never get sick of it. It always tastes awesome every time. And yeah. So anyway, it's really brutal. Yeah, like everything you do, everything you do in this place has a profound effect on what the fucking how the being treats you. Yeah, if you're serious, like literally, even changing your picture frames from black to white. Yeah, like from black frames, which is black is darkness, which is evil, and then rather than framing all the things you desire in darkness or evil, you frame them in what good in a white, which is light, which is good. So it's seriously, like, if you do stuff like that, it makes a huge difference in how the being treats you. You know, like I said, my body, like many aspects of my body are rapidly regenerating. And I've been trying things like trying. Like seriously, as silly as it sounds. You know, I've been using these gauzes. At first I thought they weren't offensive because they were made in China. Just using different gauzes on my pressure ulcer and my toe infection, my toe mutation and infection. And it's like, finally the being told me the other day, it's like, no, gauzes are offensive. For one, they're non-sterile gauzes. Non-sterile means not clean, which means not pure or not good. So they're not good gauzes. And gauzes is like G Oz. Like a gauze is G Oz, which is like the God of Oz in the what the hell is it? It's Dorothy or whatever. Not Alice in Wonderland. It's the Yellow Brick Road. What the hell is that? The Wizard of Oz. Just like God Oz is like the fake god. Yeah, but it's also a play on like God Oz is like a play on goo, G ooze, which is like the god of slime, the god of evil. Yeah, so it's like literally when you use this type of stuff, like evil, like Christ and the one Jesus, the one who's been guiding humanity as the healer, is the heel or the bad guy, and humanity needs stuff like that because it's like Jesus will beat you down. The shepherd of humanity, Jesus or whatever it's supposed to be, will beat down humanity relentlessly until they give up and like call to him to be saved. And it's like, okay, just think good things about me, and yeah, I'll think you're a good guy too. And submit, bend, submit to me, and bend a knee to the devil, and be a worthless piece of shit like me forever. And then maybe pretend to heal you and stuff like that. But when you take things seriously, you're like, you know what? I don't want these goddamn gauzes anymore. You know, it might be not as convenient, but literally, I stopped using the gauzes 2 days ago, and instead just use tissue, because like white tissue, like white is symbolic of light, which is good. So you get good, you know? So it's like, and tissue is also known as skin. So you get good skin, or just split up the letters and it's goods kin, or team good. So when you use the white tissues for your wounds and stuff like that, like don't put the tissues directly on the wound. I use these things called Mepitil, and you just change the name to like me pit or me pit El Isa or God Jesus. Just add Isa onto the end, and it becomes a lot less offensive. Like seriously, as silly as it sounds, it's like it really does work. It really does please the being when you do stuff like that. Yeah, but you put on the silicone layer over the wound, and then put the tissue paper on it, and just change it like every 2 hours, and wipe off the stuck-on tissue and clean it up. But literally, in the last 2 days, my Dua Lipa tone mutation has drastically stopped. It like almost no thick and gooey mucus or pus or anything. It's just a thin layer of a very thin mucus or something, and my pressure ulcer has the muscle tissue has rapidly regenerated a significant amount in the pressure ulcer. It's not perfect, but it has made a ton of progress since switching to this method. And like I said, just change it every 2.5 hours, and just go through. You might go through a whole bunch of Kleenex, and it might cost a little bit more, but apparently it's a lot less offensive, and the creator does help heal you more. And yeah, it's brutal. Like just simple little changes make a huge difference. You know, like yeah, it really does. Yeah, but anyway, there's enough thoughts for tonight. I'll talk to anyone out there in the future, and hopefully we'll completely rid myself and any. That's what I'm saying. Like some being was trying to tell me that, and this I don't know if it's true, but one being is trying to tell me that this Psy war, verbal, psychological, mathematical, and physical domination routine. It's like a physical domination in the sense that evil is physically attacking me, but yet I'm exercising and making progress and getting healthier and better. So I'm physically dominating. Yeah, I'm getting better and better, which means I'm becoming superior and they're becoming worse. So I'm physically dominating them. And it's mathematically and cryptically and linguistically and psychologically dominating them as well in a Psy-war routine, because apparently the old gods, the true gods of this place, and the Jesus and all the scumbag people of this world, all the people who knowingly and willingly embrace filth and evil and immorality and false gods and stuff like that, like the Middle Eastern religions and stuff like that, apparently they're all truly are going to be eternally punished, for the insane amount of damage they've caused to the trillions upon trillions of good beings on this planet, and good souls. Because apparently, what one being told me, what it told me in the past is like evil and stuff like that have told humanity that animals are not sentient. They're basic, and if they're not sentient, then that means they're fucking robots. And yet they also say that, well, we're all related to these animals, apparently, in genetics, whatever. We all have a genetic tie to these beings. So if they're all robots, then you're all fucking robots too. Yeah. But if they're non-sentient robots, why are you sentient robots? And can you prove you're sentient? Yeah. And yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the beings apparently told me that yes, all insects and everything, all forms of life on this planet, except for plants apparently, produce, plants, whatever, foliage. Apparently, all life on this planet really does have souls in them, and humanity is slaughtering trillion because of Jesus and the guidance of the false god filth, the unclean spirit Jesus and stuff like that. Because of that garbage, motherfucker, humanity has been destroying trillions upon quadrillions upon quadrillions of good souls and lives, harming them and attacking them, while using quadrillions of good beings as a source of fuel and energy to spread unimaginable amounts of immorality and evil. Now, so it's like destroying good and creating evil, and the whole human race is exceedingly offensive because of it. But this, like the creator set up in this scenario, is to be like, say, hey, okay, because of the Canadians, this part of the world is apparently like the heart and soul of evil. So all you got to do is plant seeds of goodness on this world with positive intentions, not like a manipulative, deceptive scumsucker that like truly doesn't give a shit, but just hoping to get some power or some health or whatever. But if you're truly a genuine, good, well-meaning person, apparently all you have to do is keep planting seeds of goodness, and it really does count as like an infinite amount of good deeds, which can start rapidly adding up and pull your mind and your soul out of the abyss, apparently. No? But, yeah. Anyway. I don't know. But, yeah. Anyway. Unless you're like a really pure evil person, like Jesus, who has done an unimaginable of evil, like infinity to the power of infinity times, every infinitieth of a second, It's like it'd be pretty much impossible for the fucker to ever be anything but sewage for the rest of eternity, which seems to be the cryptic story of this place from the true creators, the true gods, But yeah. Anyway, that's probably enough rambling for now. Let's see if the being's here one more time. See if you'll create a face with a heart for me. A face with a heart. All right, is there a face with a heart in here? Let's see. Well, there's sort of not really good, but there's sort of like an eye there, a nose there, and sort of a mouth there. So we sort of have a messed up face. All right, is there a better face? All right, here I go. Let's see. Well, there's sort of like a little face right there. And Yeah, there's a little smiley face up there, another eye and an eye there, nostrils there, and a mouth there, and yeah, and there's sort of like an eye there, a nose there, and a mouth right there, like sticking out its tongue or whatever. No, and there's sort of like another face. Yeah, there's it's sort of like this face up here, and this face right there, like saying like a connection, but saying like this is like a face right here connected to a face right there, which is saying like the Orobos there and the ChrisB there, like saying my words are being spoken through his mouth. Like it looks like tongue tied, but it's basically like saying like the top of the pyramid, this being up here, is connecting to me, and it's its words are being spoken through my mouth. But there's also like the evil filth that we're trying to get rid of on the left, and so they can stop polluting my mind with garbage. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to change my bandages and head to bed. So we'll talk to you.